Glacier?
I need a spot with the highest thickness and density levels. On it.
Ready the graviton beam. Activate deflector shields inverse to cushion our landing. On my mark.
Aye, Commander. 5 degrees from port side. Ice is 50 meters thick. Copy.
Okay, so this is going to be my quick review and breakdown of, well, not even much of a breakdown because I don't want to really spoil anything for anybody outside of what I already spoiled. So, I just finished watching Star Trek Discovery Season 3, Episode 2, Far From Home. I thought it was rather excellent. The fight choreography is well done. It allows Michelle Yeoh to show off some of her kung fu. So I really dig the I suppose it's like the unlimited potential that we have now to go and expand in the future outside of this moment in Trek. Like the amount of lore and new first contacts, etc., are endless. You can franchise off this timeline. And I guess as a quick summary, so spoilers a bit, but not as much, you know what I mean. The Discovery appears through the wormhole and crash lands, and they end up in this frozen, sort of odd ice planet with its own artificial atmosphere. And it's kind of a wrecked, beautifully shot, it looks really cool, mining colony. It reminded me of something from like Doom 2016 single player, or Bulletstorm, those giant cogged, for gamers, or looking maybe perhaps Mad Maxy for film goers. And I was just kind of stunned at the wide shots of this planet, this mining colony. And then you have a Western style bar scene that takes up the majority of the episode outside of the ship. There's a lot of internal conflict going on, and injuries, and an amazing sequence of kind of new continued character development for everybody that I really dig, and once again don't want to spoil, but the overall tone is it felt like a Western mixed with, it didn't quite give horror of the situation that they're in, but it's a horrifying situation. But it just kind of reminded me of like a Western inside of the movie The Thing, minus The Thing. So in regards to, feel like, film style, directorial, like just editing, and the aesthetically similarly pleasing, design, it's really fantastic. You have Giorgio, just as I stated, going ham. It's a rather refreshing moment. Well, actually, the past two episodes have been more like season 1, where it was a bit more gritty in regards to the combat. And, we saw it in season 2, but not as much as can tell that we already are going to be seeing it here. And it's just a really well choreographed scene, and the morality of the mining colony, the miners, it's groovy and it gives hope. It's all around just like an excellent episode. It's kind of like a perfect episode 2 in a way. I'll just say the end felt rushed, but it's a good ending. And episode 3, which now I'm really upset that I have to wait a week for, is one I'm very excited for because it's directed by Riker, Jonathan Frakes. And for any Trek fans, that if Jonathan Frakes is directing, then that means that there's going to be a lot of pew pew and space stuff normally. Star Trek space stuff. Red alert, shitheads, as the GIF meme GIF states. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, yeah, I would suppose I would put this as a like a 9.5, and here's some. I wish I could show the background. CBS All Access it's blocked out. I would love to show this architecture, the equipment that I was referencing earlier.
Give it to me. We have to hurry.
The blown relay can be accessed via the junction point.
I have never.
Will be short-lived because we will not permit your tyranny to stand.
But here it is, standing.
Alright, check out some of this.
What's left of your ship aren't enough to do anything, really. We're all adrift together. All that matters now is dilithium. Make it through the night. You'll understand that. So, shall we?
I have made my position clear. I will not take you to our ship.
Principles, I get it.
If dilithium is your priority, you and I will discuss a reasonable trade here. Then we will go back to the ship to retrieve the dilithium.
Don't waste my time. Or your 72 crew members.
88. Our wounded are still our crew.
88 crew members aboard your ship will,
Tilly Love.
You're running out of time to get the Discovery off the ground. The ice, it's parasitic. It'll crush the hull.
Okay, so I guess it's still like the thing. It's just me being baked at the moment.
Junction XG11 Beta. What now?
Tube will curve in 3 meters.
He knows. Your competitors probably detected the ship and
We just have some really crunchy sounding fight scenes here. Slow-mo shots. Wide angles. A few held frames, which as a martial arts film fan I appreciate. Hold the shot. Show a full sequence. Steady cam. Rather brutal. The effing pistol. So what I was getting at with all the possibilities were this beautiful thing that a Star Trek can go, and being in this future timeline, rebuilding the Federation. Once it's rebuilt, I mean, the pistol that she was holding looked like something out of Trigun, but like Trigun meets Blade Runner, or like a cyberpunk, or it yeah, I guess it looked pretty like Cyberpunk. Very badass. I have a Quake shirt on. I mean, I'm a. If you know me, you know that I'm all about gaming. So that sort of design is a badass game weapon. Then it's a badass just throw around weapon in an episode. Like I doubt we're gonna see this pistol again. I hope we do. We also saw some other cool weaponry which we hadn't seen prior. It was more. It's okay. It still looked, advanced, really well designed, cool looking. In other words, but it just felt more familiar, like a maybe slightly Klingonish sort of look or Romulan, but it was freaking. It's just freaking cool. And I gotta give props to the development of Suru because, like, I'm sure I'm not alone when I say that he was I don't want to call him the Jar Jar initially, but he just kind of got on my didn't like him that much. But through season 2, I began to appreciate him, but I wasn't sure if that would actually extend, I suppose. And just in an episode, I'm digging him as an actual individual person, the character, rather than this Kelpian alien that is new to me watching and acts in a way that is a bit, the hands going and the I guess mannerisms, things like that, in a captain kind of role was just, it's like cool new alien, but like, so finally it's feeling like the characters evolved to the point where, for me personally, I'm actually like, alright, some depth. They wrote him quite a bit of depth. That, not to say he did not have depth. I mean, he had great lore prior, but more just as a core person. Now, while an initial argument with Giorgio and Tilly was present, but if it wasn't arguing, you'll see a confrontation that he's very stern on. He does a good job, although in that situation I was kind of leaning against his idea because he should have had Giorgio. He should have backed her idea there. That's not spoilers, it's just it's coming as you're watching. I think even in the ad for the... Anyway, so... Yeah, that's a 9 out of 10 right there. I'll have to watch again to see if I enjoyed it more than the first episode, but probably not. Perhaps in aspects, actually. New episode, yeah. First, like the first episode was, it kind of gave a glimpse of this new world and this future, but now, especially the ending, you're kind of in this established, like, oh, so what happened? What do we now know that we didn't know prior that we're going to find that next episode when good old Commander Riker number one engage. And so when Riker puts his leg on every object as he's directing, that pose he does, and it's all like beyond belief, fact or fiction, and puts his magic touch on it. I think I'm really looking forward to next week's episode. I'm looking forward to this season very, very much. More so than I thought I would have during the initial few episodes of season 1. I had to personally come back to season 1 later, and it grew on me because of season 2. I had to do that. I never do that. I never skip like that, but yeah. So enjoy it. There's going to be 1,000 reviews by, later in the day, since I'm always up late. It's like 3 a.m. now, so as soon as it popped up, I was refreshing. Watched it, just wanted to give my stuttery, baked kind of thinking, but like floating around the idea commentary on just how much I enjoyed episode 2 of season 3 of Star Trek Discovery, entitled, see, I already forgot because I'm Far From Home. Go check it out. And I think this is as a last note, I think this is a good launching point for newcomers for Discovery. Maybe when CBS aired all of season 1, it makes it better to go to season 3 in regards to characters, etc. But season 2 would have been the better choice, I think, because of character familiarity, etc. But aside from that, this is a good jumping in point for people that may not want to you miss a lot, but if people were to jump in at season 3, they left a pretty good door to jump into, and then hopefully those people would go back and actually experience it. And with that said, I look forward to reading some comments and getting some opinions of the episode. Sorry that my my little mini review here was pretty weak sauce, but I'm highly entertained. I'm a bit giddy, and I'm just enjoying myself here tonight. So thank you all. Have a good one. Have a good night. Peace. Live long and prosper. Engage. Or warp me. Oh, the jazz.